All right, what's up, my people? Good day. God bless you all out there tuning in with me. I have a special guest with me today. Um, we got what LaQuetta, LaQuetta Muldrew from Legendary Insurance Brokerage, and I like this young lady. I started watching her on her videos, talking about the insurance and different things and breaking it down, giving good points about insurance to where actually some stuff that we may not even understand ourselves. So I just want to bring her on the podcast, and I'm really glad that she here today. So you know what I'm saying. I want you to kind of introduce yourself and just let people know what you do. So
Okay. Well, my name is LaQuetta Muldrew, and I'm the owner of Legendary Insurance Brokerage. I've been an insurance agent for 10 years. I worked for a company for 9 years, and last year I decided to become my own boss and basically instead of being captive to one company selling only their products, I decided to be a broker to where I can work and be appointed with multiple companies and sell multiple products to my community, and I love it.
all right, man. Well, I appreciate that, and hey, congratulations to you on everything. And when it comes to insurance, can you just kind of break down how insurance works? Because I know when you hear the word insurance, I mean, insurance goes in so many different categories. So can you kind of break down what type of insurance you do and how some of the policy and the terms work so people can kind of get an idea of what these things mean?
Okay, I actually sell whole life insurance policies. I sell term life, which is like whole life, but term life is a little different. I sell what we consider guaranteed issue policies. Those policies are no matter how sick you are, we can insure you. So you know how some people say, "Well, I got such and such wrong with me, and I got this wrong with me, and ain't nobody gonna insure me." I can insure you.
That's interesting too. That's interesting about that because I wanted to know that myself. Like, I always wanted to know if a person was sick and if they had things going on with them, was it too late, for them to get insurance or anything like that? And I know a lot of people are curious about that. So one of the things you said, the term life. So what exactly does that mean?
It's basically term is I call it like insurance that's gonna go away. Like some companies serve term to 90, which meaning that you can have this policy really for the duration of your life. But you know, some people are outliving 90 years old. Then you have some policies that are termed to like 10, 20, or 30 years. Okay, stating that if you're a certain age now, that when you get to a upper age, older age, it goes away. But the thing about a term policy, you can convert those policies over to a regular whole life policy.
Oh, really? So if you had a term policy, um, if you convert it over to a whole life, does the price that you originally had change?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So so when it comes to term and whole life, um, what are the I guess what I'm trying to say is like,
But the, like the stipulations of them,
yeah.
basically, whole life is permanent insurance. Is when you like I say, for instance, my grandbaby is 0 months. I buy her a whole life policy. For the duration of that policy, it never changes. She get it from from the day she was born, all the way up until I want to say some policy stops at 20 years. Some of them stop. Some of them you just pay on for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's interesting too. So let's just say um if you got a whole life if you got a whole life insurance policy, right? So let's just say you get it at a young age. Does it basically stay that same price the entire time of the policy?
That's correct. Unless you have a rider on there, and that's like an accidental death or a waiver of premium. Okay, if you reach the age of 60 to 65 years old for the waiver of premium and you're not disabled, that rider goes away. So you no longer have that. But if you become disabled before that rider um, falls off at the age of 65 or 70, I want to say, basically how that works is the company will pay your premium for you for the duration of that policy.
So a rider is basically anybody else you have on the policy.
It's different types of riders. It's
Okay.
a waiver of premium, or it's an accidental death policy, accidental death rider.
Okay, that's interesting too. This was one of my questions that I had. I thought about this the other day. What is considered accidental death?
Accidental death is considered as falling. Um, Say, for instance, you die in a house fire.
Oh,
I've seen a homicide be an accidental death.
oh really?
Yeah. Hmm.
See, that's what I was getting down to. So, because there are many ways that people, pass, and I know some of the based upon the way they pass, it's considered differently when it comes down to insurance, when it comes to the payouts and all of that stuff. So, on accidental, like if somebody have like uh, a heart attack or a stroke and past aneurysm or something like that, is that considered accidental too?
No, that's like a natural. That's natural causes of death.
Oh, but so when it comes to a policy, that's just a normal thing.
Mm-hmm.
That
It's normal.
okay.
Yeah. Only way it can be an accident if, like I said, different types of homicides. Because you can accidentally got shot and died. You get what I'm saying? At the wrong place at the wrong time, or even just ride by.
So if somebody was in like a dispute and it resulted to homicide, that wouldn't be considered accidental.
In certain cases,
That's interesting.
it is, and a lot of people don't realize that. Also, if you die in an aircraft,
Oh,
it triples. It
really?
ain't. It's not double because it's basically like accidental death is something that, say for instance, you got $100,000 policy.
Yeah.
It doubles to $200,000 if you die in an accident.
Wow.
And if you die in an aircraft or any type of commercial vehicle, like a taxi, plane, train, it doubles. Well, no, it triples.
Oh. What about a truck? I drive trucks.
That's an accident. That's a commercial vehicle, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I hope that don't happen, but I mean, that's just something good to know.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that. So we definitely want to educate the people on stuff like that. So when it comes to is there a certain age limit that they like? If you reach a certain point, put can you not get insurance?
We insurance from 0 to 85 years old.
0 to 85. So let me ask you this, because I'm just gonna be honest. Okay, what if have there been cases? Well, I know there's been cases, but I've s- I've seen times where okay, um, I'm trying to figure out a way to explain it. So let's say you get insurance on somebody. I always hear them say, that there's no health questions and all of that stuff. Is that like cause I got whole life insurance and stuff like that on my mom and kids and stuff like that. And when I actually did do the policy, like they had to, like anybody that was above like 21, I guess they had to do like they was asking questions like, you know, they wanted like a medical kind of history. So is it like that for every policy pretty much?
The only policy that doesn't ask health questions is the guarantee issue.
The guarantee issue.
That's the one that I told you that you, if you're sick, like you got well, diabetes or high blood pressure, or you've got cancer, you have had a stroke, any type of critical illness, we don't ask you no health questions. But the thing about the guarantee issue is you have to live 2 years in order for it to go into full benefits. When like the term and the whole life policies, the day that you paid the money and they issue that policy, you die the next day, we got to pay you.
That's the question I was actually going to ask. I was trying to find a good way to say it because I think there was one time in my family I had an uncle who had, I don't know what kind of policy he had, but uh, he had he had some type of life insurance policy on him, and when I believe, if I'm correct, when he died, they didn't give a payout. They basically paid him back the money that he put into it. What is that? What that?
That's what a guaranteed issue is.
Oh, a guarantee issue. So that means that most likely, when he had the policy, he hadn't had the policy for 2 years. Oh, see, I didn't know what that meant.
But yeah. But the thing about it is most companies give you what you pay into that policy. Like say for instance he had it for a year. They gave him a year of that premium that he paid in back. Plus they give you a percentage of a year's premium. So you winning all the way around. So the money that you spent, you got it back. Plus the company is gonna give you more money to help you bury your loved one. So you get a year percentage. The company I deal with, it's 110% of that year's premium. So you're gonna get your money back. So say for instance you paid maybe $1,500 for that premium for that whole year. Okay, they're gonna give you another $1,500 for basically being with that company. So it's a win-win. You don't lose with a guaranteed issue either.
So which one is higher?
The guaranteed issue.
That's what I was just thinking. I was thinking that for that for the guarantee issue, that has to be most likely the highest. So when they do the pricing on the insurance, how is it based upon?
It's based upon the age that you are. It's based upon basically, let's say, for instance, I give an example for a 68-year-old male. For $10,000 worth of insurance, I got him under $100 for the premium. So to me, it's still not bad for a 68-year-old. And
For a guaranteed issue?
he paid under $100 for it.
Y'all hear that? Man, y'all need to get that Miss LaQuetta Muldrew. She's on Facebook. I got her tagged in here. But this is young lady venturing out on her own, explaining the insurance. And, you know, a lot of times when you go in there to get insurance and all this stuff, it's never really broke down. You don't really know what you're getting, you know, a lot of times. And that's really been my main issue when it comes to insurance. Nothing is ever explained. You just think when you get insurance, you good. So on term, is that based upon are the terms differently? Like do they have like different ones like 10, 20, 30 years? Is that how it works?
Yes, that's exactly how it works.
So you can get like So you can get like a 10-year policy or something like that. And so let's just say you got a 10-year policy, and literally that next month, say something you were to pass, they pay the whole term from
Yes,
that point.
yes, sir. There's no waiting period on term or the whole life policy. Like, only thing that's a waiting period now. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you buy a policy today and something happens to you tomorrow, but the health questions that I asked you, you passed them. Now the company will investigate your death before they pay you. I'm gonna be honest with you. But if you say, for instance, you was fine and you just had a heart attack out of nowhere, then no, they normally will go ahead and pay the premium. I mean the face amount of that policy.
You know what? I'm so glad you said that, because I was thinking of that earlier. Like, what if when they give you a health screening, you lied, and then later on, like, you end up passing from a pre-existing health condition that you didn't disclose? Like, does that affect your payout?
Well, basically, they gonna investigate it. All I'm
Oh,
gonna tell
okay,
you,
yeah,
they
yeah,
gonna investigate it.
yeah.
The
Cause
insurance company gonna investigate it.
yeah, insurance companies always investigate, and I'm telling you, what you have in writing and the things you say can be very vital to whether if you pay out. I have an instance years ago. I had a vehicle, and somebody was driving the vehicle, and they were leaving out of Walmart, and two of them was bagging out at the same time, and they both kind of cornered each other and hit each other. Okay, but the way it was, the woman actually bagged into my vehicle. But let me tell you what happened. The Allstate and all that came out to my house, took pictures of the car, finna fix the car and everything. I'm thinking everything good. So it was taking a long time. So I was like, I called them back and I said, hey, when do they plan on fixing the car? You know what they said? They said, we looked at the police report, and in the report, it said that both was at fault, so we're not paying. I was like, dog, something as simple, literally, physically, the other person was at fault. But because they said in the police report that they both were at fault, they didn't pay. So something as simple as a statement you can make can definitely be can affect your payout, or rather if you're gonna be compensated for any type of damages or anything like that.
Yep, that's correct.
So yeah, I just definitely wanted to is there anything else you want to kind of explain when it comes to the insurance? I'm trying to think of some stuff because this is very important. How do they reach out to you?
Okay, they can contact me on my office line at 43 oh wait, wait 430 455 or you can reach me by my cell, which is 870-826-2771. And the only reason why I hadn't said my actual address is because I base it off appointments only.
Oh, okay.
Because in my building I have a doctor and I have a cleaning crew in there as well. So I just don't want nobody roaming around. But my office is 3417 New Boston Road,
Okay.
Texarkana, Texas. I'm right there next door to the granary, but I do base it off appointments only.
Okay. And toward the end of the video, be showing, I will advertise the office and her information, so you'll be able to contact her and get yourself covered under some insurance. I remember one time particularly I was talking to you, and you was really unloading, and I was like, dang, she making me think about this from a whole nother perspective, because most people don't know when it comes to insurance, most people just don't know um, what any of that stuff is, and you hear stuff all the time. This is another one that I hear. I hear the one about getting benefits from your life insurance policy while you're alive. That's another one I've heard a lot of people talking about, and a lot of people don't know nothing about that. Do you know something about that right there? Well, I'm sure you do. Can you explain that for us, please?
Yes, they're called IULs. They're Index Universal Life Insurance Policy. And they're basically, I'm targeting my entrepreneurs with these. I'm not, you don't have to be just an entrepreneur, but they're like 401ks, but better. They have no taxes. And it's like how the stock market, it goes up. These policies goes up, but when they crash, they don't crash. But the stock market do. You never losing with an IUL. And that's gonna be probably a whole nother conversation
Oh
because
yeah.
it's just so much to come with it to where you can get up to $1 million worth of insurance. Like this is the permanent insurance that you can get with an IUL. But on the cash value side, you can pay yourself. You can retire off of these policies. I use my son as a guinea pig to start me one to see how they work because I've heard nothing but great things about them. And so he's had his for a while now. So when he decided to actually branch off, or when my baby turned maybe in his early 30s, and he's 25 right now, he can borrow against that policy, and it never affects his life insurance to where that he can start a business off of that, and it's still gonna continue to build cash value to where if he need to borrow again, he gonna be his own bank. And that's what I want to talk to my entrepreneurs about. Like I said, it's a lot that comes with the IUL, and you got to be healthy, baby. You got to be healthy.
That's something I probably need to get off in right there because the way you was just explaining that, and I this really is the first time I've heard it from a perspective like that. So when it comes to the IUL, is that based upon a certain term of life insurance that you get, or
It's permanent insurance. Just say for instance, you do like 100,000. Some people do 300,000. Some do 1 million. Okay, what you're doing is you're setting yourself up for a retirement because you're paying for a premium, but you also invest. It's like an investment where, let's say, for instance, you got $500. Some people do 1,500. Where you put it into this account monthly. It's like you're paying your. It's like a 401k, but you do not get taxed for it. It's zero tax.
so when you saying you do not get taxed for it, unlike pulling out your 401k, you get
Oh,
taxed
they
for
turn
it.
you up.
Yeah, because I've pulled 401k before, and they charge you almost half of what you're pulling out just to get that. So on this particular thing you're talking about with the IUL, is you don't get taxed for it. So if you wanted to pull,
It don't tax you. You just can
oh,
pull. Yep.
um,
They consider in the world of the brokerage, we consider it as be your own bank. You're your own bank.
oh, I gotta get that. We gotta discuss that. I got to get off into that
Yeah.
because see, right now I'm 38. If I can, I'm healthy too,
Yeah.
and the thing is, if I can get off into that, I might set myself up, my family, my kids. I might be able to set myself up good. So that may definitely be something that I want to definitely get into. So if you, so I'm probably just gonna do mine through you. You know all the
Yeah.
scope. Let me ask you another question I just thought about. Can you get more than one policy on a person?
Like insurance?
Yes.
Yes, I have several policies, baby. But I tell my kids, when I die, don't worry about what's in that bank account. Just go use those policies, baby, because that's what's gonna get you rich. It ain't gonna be what's in my bank. I promise you, because I'm gonna live and spend mine. All I
Right.
want them to do is go to the. I got enough to bury me, and I got enough for them to do do what they need to do. and they gonna be all right.
You know, that's interesting because even thinking about that, wow, dang, that's some real cold game right there. I mean, dang, a lot of people don't look at it like that. You know, because see, this is what I've learned, even from talking to you. Lots of people go out and waste a lot of money instead of securing like their future or setting things up for that, and they blowing a lot of money when really there are ways with insurance that you can invest your money and your money can work for you, and you don't have to be, fighting yourself tooth and nail trying to make something happen. And when these policies can be broken down and explained in a way to where you can make this stuff work for you. And that's kind of what I like about you. You kind of really give the real scoop on things that are going on with the insurance and stuff like that. Because I've never really, most of my viewers, like I see they saying a lot of stuff on here, but a lot of them, I can see already that you've educated a lot of us when it comes to this stuff, and definitely put us on game on just on some basic stuff, how how the insurance and stuff work. Now when it comes to like the insurance stuff, now when it actually comes to like death and burial, is that something that is it basically like off the insurance from that point on, or do they handle any of that type of stuff too? Like for instance, I know like a lot of, I don't even know really how, some people may not even know how it works when somebody actually passed, because you don't actually have the money then when it comes to the funerals, and you don't actually physically have the money when somebody passed.
Right. And basically, how that works is once a person expires, that's what we consider
Yeah.
them in the insurance world. Once they expire, what you do is you have that policy number. That's why I'm big on being in mama business, being in daddy business, because it's hard to bury a person that doesn't have no insurance and you ain't got no money. I'm gonna tell you like I tell some of my
Ooh,
clients,
that's
we can't afford to die.
ooh.
And that's the sad part about it when you ain't got no insurance. Because you can't just take somebody and throw them in the backyard like you do a dog. And they don't even allow you to do dogs like that no more. So we can't afford to die. So it's best to be prepared. And the way of being prepared is basically, and this is what I tell my clients. When you go to the funeral home, because that's where you're going.
Yeah.
If mama or daddy didn't have their business in order, you're gonna go to that funeral home. Now, before you tell that funeral home how much that policy is worth, you go and you pick out what you want to spend first. Because once that funeral home find out that you got 20 or 250,000, baby, they gonna have a royal, what they say, a royal rumble with that policy.
Oh, that is a great point. You know what I thought about doing? This what I had thought about doing, because funeral homes, they offer, certain packages. And what I was they have a way where you can lock in that package. And what I was going to do is actually lock that in and pay on that. That way, if it ever, whenever the expiration come, you already know they can't go above what you already done locked in to.
That's right.
So if they know you got a big policy, they gon' I saw somebody do that. You like closing the cash, doing all. Man, they charging thousands of dollars for just the littlest thing.
Yes, they got, because they're gonna break it down to the family. Even though, like, when you grieve and you don't pay attention, all you wanted it to be over.
Also, they taking advantage of the fact that you grieving and
Now,
you not really thinking.
because I have seen, me being in the business as long as I have seen where I have helped the families along with it, and I just let them know, not nothing against the funeral homes, but they have a list of what they're gonna do to your family member. You see what I'm saying? Now you can get another package if you can't afford that package, but like I tell people all the time, when my mom passed 10 years ago, we went and picked out what we wanted her to look like, to everything we needed. We went and picked it out. We didn't let them say, "Well, here, this is her insurance," even though she didn't have any. We didn't go in there like that, because the thing about it is, you have to be very careful how you do that when you burying your loved one. You want them to go out in style, but you wants to make sure, because let's think about it. You got to live after the fact. You don't miss work for 2 weeks. You've been feeding the whole family for 2 weeks.
Right.
So leave yourself something.
Right. And that's a very good point, because I was trying to do that with my mom. I was like, hinting like, okay, what's your favorite color? Stuff like that. Because I'm looking on down the road like, well, because realistically, we just got to be realistic. We're all going to expire at some point. We don't know when that point is. And this is one of the reasons why I wanted to bring things like this to the light, because it's like you said, we can't afford to die. And that, it's crazy that, man, some of these funerals, you putting $15,000 in the ground. And I'm like, man, 15,000, like, man, people that are grieving, that are hurt behind you leaving, because, well, let's be realistic. Some of these people, some of our loved ones that leave, it ain't over when they gone. It's still stuff to take care of. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to go into one more thing that I thought about. I've even heard. Does this go into the IUL thing when it comes down to like when people expire, right? They houses and stuff like that getting paid off through their policy. Is that falling in the IUL thing again?
Well, IUL is just like a retirement.
Oh, okay.
You see, just say for instance, you reach the age of 65. You 38 and you set it up to retire at 65. Yeah. What happens is when you reach that 65-year-old age, and the money that you have invested in there, it becomes income.
Oh.
Say you don't become disabled. Say you don't get Social Security. That's your Social Security right there. I've seen policies where people have invested great money into them where they was getting paid like $22,000 a month.
$22,000 a month?
A month. That's something some of us don't even make in a year.
You right. Wow.
So now you got I tell people all the time. I say all you gotta do is just keep waking up, baby. You're gonna be good. Just keep living.
So technically, you could get that type of money plus what? So in a situation like that, like, cause some people, when at a certain age you're able to reach Social Security, so you could get that too on top of your policy.
Say that again.
Like for instance, like with what you was talking about with where you've seen some cases where people can be getting up to 22,000 a month at the age of 65. So you can get that with your policy and like Social Security, what the state offers also.
Now that I don't know because of that. That's becoming your disability. It probably I rank this thing about it. The government ain't gonna give you no more than what, $750.
Yeah,
that ain't nothing, baby. That's
right.
chump change to 22,000. So
yeah,
we ain't even worried about that. That means you don't got yourself out of that bracket where you can keep living like you've been living, or even better.
So the best solution to this would be to probably to start it as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm. It really is. It really is. The younger you are, the healthier you are, is the best time to basically store your insurance. It don't even matter if it's not an IUL. Just any insurance, it's better to do it when you're young and you don't have no health issues. Because what people don't know is a lot of this mess that we eat is what's making us sick.
You're exactly right. You're exactly right. Eating it over and over for a period of time causes certain issues
Yep.
within us, and then it don't really start kicking in. I'm starting to notice after you, after about 40, it's like slowly it's starting to decline. You
Mm-hmm.
start to feel stuff then. So yeah. So so is it basically the younger you start this, is that based upon prices? So if you started when you young, do you get a smaller premium, or it just depends on what term you pick?
Well,
Oh,
yeah, you get a smaller premium because of your age. Like I told you, uh, just using my son for example, he can get like I don't sold him a policy that was worth thousands, like 75 and up, and he's still paying maybe $20, $23 a month for it.
and that's whole life.
That's whole life.
Man, I should.
Yes, it's not high as people think it is, and once you get it, never let it go. Because once you let it go, you 40 or 50 trying to get a policy, and now you got diabetes. Now you got high blood pressure. Because life don't been life. So it's best to get them and keep them.
Wow, that's very interesting. I think can you can get more than one whole life insurance policy, right?
I write for multiple companies.
Man, I'm gonna have to get me a couple of them. While I'm
I write for
young.
multiple companies, and it's best to don't never have all your eggs in one basket. That's all
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you.
Well, I'm definitely gonna get multiple policies, but I do realize this. So, like, if you getting insurance on people that's older, like me and my dad had a discussion. Um, so I'm gonna be looking to kind of do something on that. So when you getting policy on people that's older, even though, so if I'm the one that's paying for the policy, what am I called, the primary
Well, by him being your father, you can be the owner and the beneficiary of that policy.
owner and beneficiary? But it'll be high based upon, like, because he's older in age, right?
It depends. It
Okay.
depends what company because some of the companies, um, I don't sold like bigger policies like 50,000 for let's see, what the guy was like 58, 60, and he still paid under $100. See, the companies that I work for now, they are more so a lot cheaper. Like I quoted a 13-year-old boy for 20,000 worth of insurance for $9, and this is whole life.
Do you hear what she just said?
20,000 for $9 for a 13-year-old. So just imagine how much it costs for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-year-old.
I'm gonna have to get a few policies through you. I'm gonna have to get you to find some stuff for me, because I got to get some more stuff on the board. You know what I'm saying? That's just gonna make me feel more secure and more confident in the event that anything goes wrong. Do y'all hear some of this stuff she been saying? Y'all gotta be sure and to tune in with Miss Muldrew and get yourself some life insurance. Now this what you call the plug. She gonna look out for you and make sure that you're paying. You gonna not only get a policy that's gonna take care of you, but at a rate that you can afford. Now how about that? You know, like $100 a month. What? That's $25 a week.
Yeah, to be honest. And what we do with that, we blow that
We
on.
eat that.
Yep.
We'll eat that up. You gonna spend more than that going out here eating and doing things like that. So yeah, that is so interesting. You know what? I'm gonna get with you and we gonna break some more stuff down. I want you to come and continue to educate the people. I wanted my viewers and listeners to see, and as I can see, I see so many people on here engaging. Y'all go ahead and add her on Facebook. I tagged her. You might get a bunch of
That's cool.
followers and tags right now. But yeah, y'all go ahead and follow her and tag her. And any questions you need about insurance or whatnot, feel free to reach out to her. Cause I'm definitely am, and like I said, it's educating the people and giving you a peace of mind to know that hey, everything's taken care of. So I definitely got to. I'm gonna definitely bring you back. I definitely enjoyed this interview. Which is there
Thank you.
anything else you want to say? Um,
Basically, if you already have insurance and you want me to look over your policy, I consider them as policy reviews. And you want to see what you got, give me a ring at 430-455-2841, or you can call me or text me on my cell, which is 870-826-2771. I am here to help. I promise you. It ain't about the money, baby. The money gonna come. I want y'all to know what you got. So when something happens, you know what to do. And like I said, get in mama and daddy business, your kids' business, your sister's business, everybody. Because when something go on, guess what? They looking at you to help them.
right, right. Man, God bless you. I feel educated. A lot of people on here saying, man, that they appreciate you educating everything, and I'm gonna bring her back, and we gonna go into more about some of these policies to help you understand and to be able to help you take care of yourself. Because realistically, one of the biggest things is that IUL thing. I'm really looking into that because, you know, I've seen situations where people are 60 and 70 and still busting they behind.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that, and I'm like, man, what went wrong? And it's things like this that could help you. You have to understand, we going down a stream. You getting older. We're getting older. And you're not going to be able to do the same things you was able to do. And you don't want to keep having to work real hard when right now at your young age, at the years you have now, you could be putting a policy into your life into effect that can take care of you later. So that's definitely one of the things I want to come back and break down so the people will know about that. But I definitely appreciate you.
Thank you for
You
having me.
oh yeah, no problem. You know you said you working on the team and stuff like this.
I got a couple of females that
I
doing the
seen some
same
of them
thing.
was saying stuff on here. I think they were watching too. So I seen some of them saying stuff on here. So you building a team
Yes.
and look at that. You
Because what
know,
I'm doing, anybody can do. I promise you. And we need to educate our people because, like I said, you're gonna put insurance on that car whether you use it or not. But life insurance, you're gonna use that one day. And I do car insurance as well too, from Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana. I'm trying to build my Louisiana clientele up, but yeah, I sell it from Texas into Arkansas. Um, no matter where you stay in Texas, no matter where you stay in Arkansas.
I might have to get you a look at that too, cause man, I've been paying almost $600 a month for 4 vehicles.
Yeah, I sell a lot of stuff like E&O policies, the error and omission policies. Like, if you're doing different things, like with me selling insurance, I have one. But like, say for instance, you got a LLC that you want to do a error and omission policy with. I do them. I do cancer. I do the critical illness. I do the hospital indemnities. It's a multiple. I'm to my. It's so many. I can't even name them all,
I
and all the
see that.
companies.
As we go into it, it's just more
Hmm.
and more things we need to know about. But I really hope this helped some people, and I'm looking for this to not only help me, but I hope this help you also with the business, with my viewers that are listening. A lot of them giving thumbs up and likes. Appreciate y'all thumbs ups and likes, and remember to follow her. And I will, at the end of this video, I will share her information so you're able to contact her and get yourself taken care of and covered because we all need it. We all need it. No, and as you can see, listening to this podcast, there's no limitations. Like no matter what your condition is, you can have you can get insurance on yourself. So
Yep.
definitely secure that. So
Never let nobody tell you different. You can be insurance. We can. What it say? I can get you qualified at Legendary Insurance Brokerage.
all right, y'all hear that? Well, hey, I thank you for coming through today. I really enjoyed this uh, podcast interview, and I'm looking to have you back.
Yes,
So
I'm ready to come back. I can talk this all night.
I see that. So, hey, God bless y'all. And remember, follow her. And I'm going to leave her information so that you can contact her and get. I like the way you said it. How you say it?
What I say?
No, you said, I'm your, you, how did you say it a while ago? I like the way you said that. You the insurance, you here to care, you care and all that. That's good.
Yeah, I treat you like we not. When I started insurance, I was blind to a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? But as I got more familiar with my clients, y'all are not my clients. Y'all are my family. Like one of them died, I got to take the day off. I'm in my feelings. Like I feel some kind of way if somebody passed and I've been dealing with them. So y'all are not just clients. Y'all are my family, and I'm here to take care of y'all so y'all can know what y'all got and what y'all doing.
And that, yeah. And you know, that sums it all up right there because you know what? Most importantly, you know, money comes and goes, but when you understand what you're spending your money on and understand that when you're spending your money, that the people that you're spending money with have your best interest at hand, that's what you really want. That's really what you want because, you know, you're spending money on all kind of other things that don't even matter and folk don't even care. But spending money with somebody that is concerned about you, your well-being, and wanting to help you take care of you and your family and your life, that's something definitely interesting. So I appreciate you for stopping by. And like I said, I'm finna leave her information so that y'all feel free to get at her. So you want to say anything else?
No, just y'all have a blessed night.
All right, thank you. DJ's Productions podcast, and we out of here.